Hello students, as in the last lecture we saw sums based on the type number 2p, which was in the form of integration a linear upon root quadratic, and type number 1b, it was in the form of linear upon quadratic. So the difference between type number 1b and type number 2b is what denominator there in the type number 1b it was quadratic and here it is root quadratic, so that was the difference. And in both the case there are some steps which you have to follow, which you have to remember. Like in the type number 2b, the step number 1, it was numerator equals to a derivative of denominator plus b, or else you can remember this format as linear equals to a derivative of quadratic plus b. It is on you, whatever you feel the which section is easy, you can remember in that way. You can remember the step number 1 as linear equals to a derivative of quadratic plus b, or else numerator equals to a derivative of denominator plus b. But see to it that numerator means the linear form, denominator means the quadratic form, quadratic, not root quadratic. Okay, if you write here root quadratic, okay, so you will end up with the getting with the wrong answer. Step number 2 is what you have to compare the like powers of x and the constant term of left hand side and right hand side to find the value of a and b. Step number 3 is what you have to replace this numerator by a derivative of denominator plus b. After that, separate the denominator. As I told, the first part always, whenever it is in the form of linear upon root quadratic, the first part always it will get converted into this property, integral f dash x upon root f of x into dx is equals to 2 root f of x plus c. Or else the first part you can solve by using let method also. So here I took one example in the last lecture where I had explained both the method, the let as well as the property method. The second part always it will get converted into 1 upon root quadratic, and whenever it is 1 upon root quadratic, that means it is a type number 2a. I'd explain how to remember the sum, the format, the exercise in type wise. So it is on you, keep the format as exercise wise in your mind or by type wise. So the better way is what, to keep the sum in type wise. Like this part is what type number 2a, this section is what, this part is the type number 2b. So in this way you can remember the sum, it is a type number 1, it is a type number 2, like that. Okay, so as in the second part, integration of 1 upon root quadratic, there are three formulas. Okay, and we know that how to solve the second part by using third term method. Okay, so here we have three formula: integral 1 upon root x square plus a square, 1 upon root x square minus a square, 1 upon root a square minus x square. As we know that third formula, when we have to apply, whenever the symbol for x square is negative, see to that in a question whenever it says that the symbol for x square is negative, see to that straight away you have to apply the third formula. And in the question whenever the symbol of x square is positive, no need of thinking much more, you have to apply either the first formula or the second formula. Got the point? Okay, so let's check one more example based on the type number 2b. Okay, so here we have the second example based on the type number 2b. The question is what, integral 7x plus 3 upon root 3 plus 2x minus x square. Okay, so here clearly we can see that numerator is linear and denominator it contains a quadratic form, but see that the symbol for x square here it is negative. Just now only I had explained, whenever the symbol of x square is negative, straight away you have to apply the third formula for the second part. Whenever it will get converted into integral 1 upon root quadratic, you have to apply the third formula. Yes or no? Okay, so let's begin with the format now. As here the step number 1, it says that what we have to apply the formula, that is numerator equals to a derivative of denominator plus b, or else you can remember the format in this form also, linear equals to a derivative of quadratic plus b. Okay, so numerator equals to a derivative of denominator plus b. So therefore your numerator is what? 7x plus 3, a into derivative of denominator. As I told, denominator is what? The quadratic part. Don't consider root quadratic. Okay, so you will write only the quadratic section. Remember this. Okay, so then next step will be what? 7x plus 3 equals to a. Now we'll find the derivative of this part. Derivative of 3 will be 0, 2x will be 2, and x square will be 2x. I hope you all might be knowing the basic derivative. Yes or no? Okay, so now after that, 7x plus 3 equals to, bracket open, so here what you will get? You will get 2a minus 2ax plus b. Therefore 7x plus 3 equals to, first we'll write the x term, and then after that we'll write the term without x. As here clearly we can see that now the equation is balanced, as there are one term with the like power x and one term without x. Now we can equate the left hand side and right hand side part. Okay, by equating the coefficient of left hand side and right hand side, we'll get the value of a and b. So now we'll write here, by equating the coefficient of left hand side and right hand side. Okay, so here you will get what? Minus 2a. When you will see the coefficient of x part, there is minus 2a equal to 7, without x is 2a plus b equals to 3. So therefore a will be equals to minus 7 by 2. So we'll substitute the value here. So 2 into minus 7 by 2 plus b equals to 3. Okay, so here 2 will get cancelled. So therefore minus 7 plus b equals to 3. So b will be equals to 3 plus 7. So b will be equals to 10. So here we got the value of a and b as minus 7 by 2 and 10. Okay, so after this we know that what exactly we have to do. We completed with that step number 1 and step number 2. Step number 3 is what? We'll replace the numerator, okay, by this format. So what is the numerator? 7x plus 3. We have to replace by a derivative of denominator plus b. So here we'll write a derivative of denominator, that means this section, 3 plus 2x minus x square plus b upon root 3 plus 2x minus x square into dx. Okay, then after that separate the denominator as per the rule. So a will come outside the integral, d upon dx, 3 plus 2x minus x square into dx upon root 3 plus 2x minus x square plus b 1 upon root 3 plus 2x minus x square into dx. I hope you all understood till the step number 3. Okay, after that we'll put the value of a and b. Here a is what, minus 7 by 2, and derivative of this section will be what, 2 minus 2x upon root 3 plus 2x minus x square into dx. B is 10, 1 upon root 3 plus 2x minus x square into dx. Okay, I hope you all understood till here. Now after that, what exactly we have to do? After this, you can solve the first part by using two different methods, one by using direct property and one by using let method. So when you will use the let method, see to it that you have to consider this section as I1, this section as I2, then compare, and then you will get the final answer. If you stick with the property method, so we know that what is the property, that is integral f dash x upon root f of x into dx is 2 root f of x. So here for this sum also I will solve the sum by using the property method. Okay, if you want you can try the sum by using let method. Okay, so here I will be equals to minus 7 upon 2. According to the property, it says that f dash x upon root f of x is equal to 2 root f of x plus c. Derivative of this part, it should exactly match with the numerator. So when you will see derivative of this section, okay, derivative of this section, 3 is 0, derivative of 2x is 2, and derivative of minus x square is minus 2x. So derivative of this denominator is exactly matched with the numerator. Derivative of this part, that means derivative of f of x, it should match with f dash x. So it is perfectly matched with the numerator, so we can apply the property. So it says that it is 2 root f of x. So f of x is what, 3 plus 2x minus x square plus 10. We cannot write plus c. I hope you all understood why we cannot write plus c. Plus c we have to write at the end when both the integral is removed, or else when the, we apply the integration with respect to x for both the section. Okay, as here we completed with the first part, integration with respect to x. This section, it is with integral, so we cannot write plus c directly. After the completion of this section, then only we can write plus c. Okay, just remember all this basic thing. Here you can write the reason for this. We got the answer by using which property? By f dash x upon root f of x, okay, into dx is equals to 2 root f of x plus c. Okay, so therefore I will be equals to, here 2 will get cancelled, so we left with minus 7 root 3 plus 2x minus x square plus 10. As here we know that the symbol of x square is negative and the coefficient is 1, but rule says that we have to make the symbol positive and the coefficient it should be 1. So this step can I write like this. We can bring the minus outside the bracket and we can rearrange the equation like x square minus 2x minus 3. Yes or no? Okay, then after that apply the third term format. I will be equals to minus 7 I know you all might be knowing how to solve the sum whenever the symbol of x square is negative. If you don't know, please go and watch that video of type number 2a and then solve this section. Okay, 3 plus 2x minus x square plus 10. So when you will apply the third term, so third term will be what? Half into coefficient of x is minus 2, the whole square. So here 2 will get cancelled. Minus 1 square will be 1. Yes or no? So here we'll add 1 to the alphabet and we'll subtract the number with number. I hope you all might be knowing all these steps. Okay. So after this, I equals to minus 7 root 3x 3 plus 2x minus x square plus 10. This is the format. Whenever the symbol of x square is negative, first make it positive. Write the minus inside the root only. Don't bring this minus outside. Got the point? Okay. Then after that goes on solving the sum by using the third term. So here this part, when you will see, it look like x minus 1 the whole square, as it is in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square. As clearly we can see that it is in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square, which we can write as a minus b the whole square. Yes or no? So when you will solve this section, you will get this answer. And what about minus 3 minus 1? You can write as minus 4. Okay. Further, this we can write as what? Minus x minus 1 the whole square. 2 we can write as 2 the whole square. Yes or no? Into dx. Then I equals to minus 7 root 3 plus 2x minus x square plus 10 integral 1 upon, now we know that, bracket open with this minus to compare with this equation. Yes or no? So here you will get what? Minus minus, this will be plus 2 square, the number will come first, and then after that x minus 1 the whole square. I hope you all might be knowing why we are doing this step. Whenever the symbol of x square is negative, see to it that first make it positive. Goes on solving the sum at one level, you will, what you will do, you will bracket open with this minus to compare this step with the third equation, because we know that whenever the symbol of x square is negative, always and always we have to apply the third formula. So for that only I had converted this section into this format. As clearly we can see that first is number and the second part is variable. So first is in the form of x square and second part it is in the form of x square. So we have to apply the third formula. Yes or no? So here we know that what is the third formula? Third formula is what? Integral 1 upon root a square minus x square into dx is equals to sine inverse x upon a plus c. Okay, so here we'll apply the formula, that is I equals to this part will write same as it is, 3 plus 2x minus x square plus 10 integral 1 upon, okay, as clearly we can see that it is in the form of what? This part, it is in the form of integral 1 upon root a square minus x square into dx. Okay, so now we'll integrate with respect to x. So plus 10, it is in the form of 1 upon root a square minus x square. It says that sine inverse x upon a. What is there in place of x? What is there in place of x? It is x minus 1 upon a. What is there in place of a? It is 2. So compared with both the integral sections, so now we can write plus c here. Okay. After that, if you feel, we can do any further basic adjustment, then only you can solve the sum further, otherwise keep as it is. I think this is the final step, we cannot solve the sum further. We got the answer for this integral section. I hope you all understood the sum. Okay, whenever the symbol of x square is negative, what exactly we have to do here? Yes or no? As I told, you can solve the first part, first section, by using this two method, by using direct property or by using let method. When you will apply the let method, separate the section and then solve. Okay, just simply follow the first step and goes on solving the sum. There are few more sums in the exercise. Please check that sum and try the sums by yourself. Okay, so let's check two more example which is there in the exercise, and the format of the sum actually is little different. So just simply I will explain the sum. If the format is little different, what exactly we have to do and how to convert that sum into type number 2b, and the remaining section how to solve, that I will explain, but the solving part you have to solve by yourself. Just simply I will explain how to convert that particular question in the format of linear upon root quadratic. There is two sums in the exercise which is little different, but we have to solve that two sum by using this method only, type number 2b. Okay, so let's take that two example. Okay, so this is the format, that is integral root x minus 7 upon x minus 9, root 9 minus x upon x. See here the format, it is little different. We have root and numerator and denominator, both the section contain linear. Here also both the section contain linear. And as per the rule, our format says that in the numerator we required linear, and in the denominator it should contain root quadratic. Yes or no? But here the format it is little different, and we don't have any method and any different type based on linear upon linear and root linear upon linear. We don't have any type like this, root linear upon linear. So what exactly we have to do for this sum? So whenever you come across this sum like this, root linear upon linear, like root, here also numerator is linear. Can you see the power of the variable is 1? Here also it is 1. So whenever you come across the sum like this, root linear upon linear, see to that actually it's a type number 2b only. But the format of the question is little different, so we have to try to convert the given integral in this form, linear upon root quadratic. So now we'll see how to convert the given integral in this form. Simply what you will do, as per the rule, we required linear in the numerator and that linear also without the root, so exactly what you will do, follow this step. Simply you will multiply with this numerator part with the same term. Okay, with the same term, multiply and divide with the numerator section, whatever the numerator it is there. If it is x minus 7, so you will multiply and divide by x minus 7. If it is x plus 7, you will multiply and divide by x plus 7. Got the point? Okay, like here 9 minus x upon x, so whatever the numerator it is there, here it is 9 minus x, so we will multiply and divide by 9 minus x. Got the point? Understood? With the same term you have to multiply and divide. Okay, to convert, why we are doing this, to convert the given integral in this form, that means type number 2b, then only we can solve the sum, because we don't have any separate method like this root linear upon linear. We don't have any integral and we don't have any type like this root linear upon linear, so we have to convert this given integral in this form. So there are two sum like this in the exercise which is little different. So we are taking this to example, I'm explaining this part, how to convert the given integral in this form. So simply what you will do, you will multiply with the numerator section, not with the denominator. See to that, note this point. Okay, then as clearly we can see that Your multiplication is there, so we can multiply this both the section. X minus 7, x minus 7, you will get x minus 7 the whole square, yes or no? And this part will be x minus 9 into x minus 7. I hope you all understood this step. Multiplication is there, so we have to multiply the numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. I equals to integral. Okay, we'll keep this part as it is. Bracket open with this section, so let's see what you will get. As we have x minus 9, x minus 7, so when you will bracket open this part, so you will get what? X square, x into x square. Okay, minus 9 minus 7, so it will be 16x. Okay, and minus minus it is plus 9 sevens are 63. Okay, bracket open, so you will get what? X square minus 7x minus 9x plus 63. 9 7 is 63, so this part will be minus 9 minus 7 will be what? Minus 16. I hope you all might be knowing the bracket open, how to expand this bracket. Okay, after that, as clearly we can see that this is what? X minus 7 the whole square. And as per the rule, whenever we have two term inside the root, we can write this term as root a upon root b, yes or no? So further this we can write as what? X minus 7 the whole square upon root x square minus 16x plus 63 into dx. Okay, further, as we know that here we have square and square root, we can cancel that square and square root, so we're left with x minus 7 upon root x square minus 16x plus 63, and we had converted the given integral in the type number to b. Can you see that the numerator section is linear part and the denominator is in the form of root quadratic? So whenever you come across the sum like this, root linear upon linear, simply what you will do, you will multiply with the numerator section, same section. Don't conjugate. Okay, conjugate means multiplying with the opposite symbol. Okay, don't do that. With the same symbol you will multiply and divide. After that, when you will multiply the numerator and numerator section, the square root will get cancelled. When you will bracket open, you will get this part, and you will end up with getting the format. This section will get converted into type number 2b, and the rest part I hope you all might be knowing how to solve by using step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, and step number 4. By using numerator, by using this format, numerator equals to a derivative of denominator plus b. I hope the remaining section you can try by yourself. So please, the remaining part, try the sum by yourself. Just I'm explaining the sum. Whenever you come across the sum like this, root linear upon linear, how to convert that format into type number 2b. I hope you all understood the method. Okay, so here we have one more sum. So here same thing you will do. 9 minus x, 9 minus x, it will be 9 minus x the whole square. Here we have x into 9 minus x into dx. As per the rule, here we have root. Inside the root we have two terms in the numerator and the denominator. We can separate the numerator and denominator, yes or no? Because the orders are same. I equals to the square root will get cancelled. You will get 9 minus x or root. When you will bracket open, so you will get what? 9x minus x square into dx. Okay, so here we had converted the given integral in this form. Numerator, clearly we can see that it is a linear form, and the denominator it is a quadratic. But in the quadratic, the third term is absent. Third term, that means the number is absent. Let it be. But here we have the middle term present. Middle term is what? 9x. So we can solve the further sum by using third term method. Because third term, we know that whenever the middle term is present, we have to stick with the third term method. And here clearly we can see that the symbol of x square is negative. So whenever the symbol of x square is negative, we have to apply the third formula, that is integral 1 upon root a square minus x square into dx equals to sine inverse x upon a plus c. And the rest part we know that how to solve by using all the four step. The further you can solve the sum by yourself. Simply I am explaining the format how to convert whenever you come across root linear upon linear into linear upon root quadratic. I hope you all understood the type number 2b. So we had completed with the type number 1a, type number 1b, as well as the type number 2a and type number 2b. I hope you all understood all the sums based on the type number 2b. So please try the remaining section by yourself. Okay, these two sums actually it is there in the exercise. Okay, so as now we had covered all the sums based on type number 2b. So that's the end of the lecture. Till then, goodbye. In the next lecture we're gonna do with the next type.